and welcome to Vicky's Precious Petals. This is a commission order. It's a keepsake. I have a pregnancy test in there, and the lady has given me these little flowers that she wanted in there as well. I don't know if this is going to make bubbles. That's what I'm guessing it will. So I'm going to need to seal these flowers and get the little stickers off the back of them, and then seal them. Okay, I've just given that a bit of a clean up. I had the window open yesterday in here and the dust comes in. I did have it in a bag. I got a bit carried away with some glitter in there yesterday. Just wonder how it gets in there. It was in a plastic bag. I'm just going to see how these come off. Okay, I've got some UV resin out, and I've got these colorants. They're for UV resin. So this one is Starry Night, what is it, Starry Sky Red, well, it's not actually red. Then out of there. So, I thought I was going to spray these. Everything, the stuff was coming off them. I thought I'd go this way. Let's try this, see if it works. That has it mixed. I can see little bits of it. Okay. I don't know if 3 drops is too much. I might have put a little bit more resin in there in case it doesn't cure. See how shiny it is in there? The toothpick's not working real well. Just use a brush. And I've got my so I've had chameleon powder on this brush. I did wash it, but I can see it coming off. So let's just throw that one in the bin. I'll just get another one. So this is going to be a keepsake with pregnancy test, some flowers, little flowers. Here, a name, Avama, which will go. I've made this on my Cricut machine, so if you want to see how I made that, there's actually a video on it. So it will go down here. And then I have some lights as well for this. So because it's cold, I just have, I'm just going to pick all of these up and move them. I have everything sitting in some hot water, the A and the B cup separately, so they don't flash cure on me. I have worked out a design here and taken some photos of it. Okay, I've just put 100ml in here. Sorry, the camera wasn't working. Bloody hell. So I've put 100ml in here. All I want is very thin back layer, so that when I put the flowers in, these little flowers, they're not poking out the back. Alright, so I'm just going to do that. Now I have my heat mat on, so I'm just going to move this to the side. So I'm hoping I can come back to this afternoon and do the next bit. We'll see. I'll just put that over there on the heat mat and I'll come back. The back is all cured now, so I've only just got a very thin layer in there. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to glue these little flowers in, because I don't want them to float on me. Now, one little problem, which I never thought about till just now, is not all these the back, well none of them are flat. So I've got to look for kind of like the high point to put the glue on. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is just B7000 I've got here. I like it because it's got a little pointy thing on it. It's got a thing that keeps it clean. There. So I'm going to get air bubbles. A bit of fluff there. Get away. Under here. Hope they stick. I just don't want them to float. They're not very heavy. What I did do was I did I took some photos beforehand. Did a bit of a layout so I knew what I'd be doing. So you don't need to be watching me glue all of these in, but it's just so you can see what I'm doing. No, not happening for me, I don't think. Some might stick and some won't. Anyway, leave this thought with me. Okay, the glue's not holding very well. So I've gone to the UV resin. And what I'm just going to do is put a little dot, like a little dab will do you. Just on one little spot. So on that one, I managed to get two together with one drop. I will put these under my UV lamp in a sec. I'll just put enough on it to hold it. So they're just going on the ends. Oh, let me go and deal with the alarm. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, the alarm's off. So, if you're just new to my channel, that's my dogs. Now, where was I up to? Oh yeah, I've done that one. I'm up to this one. So what I'm looking for is just low spots. where the little petals are touching on the thing. There's nothing worse than your stuff floating around. You keep pushing it back under, it doesn't work. So, you've got what I'm doing. I'll just keep moving on and keep using the... And this is just, this one, I just buy it off Temu or AliExpress or Shein or wherever I'm on. It's not anything in particular, but it works. Alrighty, I've mixed up a bit of resin, and so here we go. Hopefully we don't get too many bubbles. Hopefully my measurements are right, and this should take up about 1.5 centimeters. So the flowers should be covered. I expect bubbles from underneath these leaves. Hence my slow pouring. I've got a hair. Come on. Wouldn't be a dog hair, of course. I'm thinking that's pretty good. I should be able to come back to this tomorrow and put the lights on. Okay, I'm going to start a membership, but apparently I've got to get some super thanks up first, which doesn't make sense to me, but I don't run YouTube either. So you can now do a super thanks or shout me a cup of coffee, which you'll find a link, hopefully. This is all new to me, so I'm just trying to learn all of this as I'm going, so we'll see. And then I've got all these brilliant ideas for memberships, because I've got all this new stuff happening that you guys haven't seen yet. Can't wait to show you, but I'm just perfecting a few things. But the first lot will be members only when I get that far. Alright, I've got to get these bubbles out of there. Looks like a bit of the glue might have come up there for some reason. I don't know. Okay, we'll see what's going on. I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so we're up to all of these. This is all cured now. And the reason why I cured it is because I wanted to add fairy lights. And I wanted to use UV resin to hold the fairy lights down. Let's get it. So the little... this part, oh, you can make them just on, okay? So, but I need to make sure that that is going to be outside and probably towards the back, so they can sit this at the back and you won't be able to see it. Sounds good in theory. Okay. So what I'm doing with UV resin, and I'm just going to put little dots all the way around to hold it. So I'm just off the edge. You probably can't see it from my hand. So I don't want it to be right on the edge. Then I'm just going to put these little dots on. Just to hold it down. Then I'll actually put it under my lamp when I get all the way around. I just want enough to hold it down. I'm trying to make it nice and sit nice and neat if I can. Which it doesn't really want to because it's been folded up in a bag. You don't need to put them all on like a tiny little dot. Now these wires are quite soft. So I'll continue on, but you can see what I'm doing. So I have put a little dot there, dot there, dot there. Just I'm trying to keep them small, if I can. Sometimes the dots get a bit big coming out of the bottle. Alright, I'll keep going. And I'll be back when I've got... Come on, play the game. Alright. It's worse than dealing with my dogs when they tie me up with their leads. Okay, I'll just keep doing this and I'll show you when I've finished. Rightio, I've been all the way around. Some of my dots are a little bit too big, but I'm hoping that you don't really notice when we've put more resin in. So you can have it flashing, a slower flash, or just a stable light. I'm a stable light person. Okay, so now we need to add the pregnancy test. And what is going to happen is I'm going to get bubbles under it because of the shape, and it's not entirely flat. Okay, it sort of goes up and down. So I'm thinking what I need to do so it doesn't float on me. Find a part that it's actually touching properly. Which is probably about there. And just put a little bit of UV under it. I'm hoping this works. I might need to put a little bit in here. Bloody dog hair. And I bought those things that they've been advertising on Temu and AliExpress that you put in your washing machine. It's supposed to pick up all that, you know, the fluffy bits, dog hair and all that. Well, don't bother. They don't work. I've had 2 different lots. That's not enough. I'm just trying to get this down the side. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to do this. Why is it when you want it to run, it won't run? Yeah, we're running. Okay, I need to pour probably another, I'm just going off my little measurements on the side here. About 1.5 centimetres. And then I'll be able to put the name in, and that should leave me so I've got about 2 centimetres to go. So if I pour maybe 1 centimetre or a little bit over, then I will put the name up here like that, and then I can pour over the top of it. So everything should be okie dokie. I'll just mix up some resin. Okay, the resin's mixed up, and I'm just going to pour slowly up the side here. So I'm figuring this is where the bubbles are going to come from. And if you could leave me a comment and let me know if the membership thing shows up on this. It's all new to me, so I'm trying to, and what I see on my channel is different to what you see. I'm just trying to work it all out. So I will have for members some giveaways coming up, and some videos that won't be open to the public. And I've bought a whole heap of new equipment that nobody's seen as yet. And there's also a super thanks or shut me a cup of coffee or whatever. And all that money will just go, I'm saying all that money, nobody's ever given me anything. Will go straight back into my channel. $2 to be handy. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So I'm going to let that cure now. I know for those people who are telling me I'm going to have some stripes down the side. I know I am. But to put the name on, I need this to be cured properly. Okay. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, God, there's a hair in there. Where does that come from? Gonna be my dogs. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, this the pregnancy test did float a little bit. Remember, I just put it on one side. I UV resin one side, but the other side tipped. but it's fine because it's not above any levels. So yeah, luckily I did come in a couple of times, try to push back down, but yeah, wasn't playing the game. So now we're up to putting the little girl's name on. So like this. Might just trim up the side a little bit more so it fits in nice and neat. How about I put my specs on first? That'll help. So I'm just going to trim a little bit closer. Yep. And I'm just going to do the same down the other side. Let's get rid of these bits. Okay, so what I'm doing first is I'm just going to warm the resin. This is a heat gun and I'm on the low setting. Okay, hope that's enough. And I am going to place this in where I want it. Okay. I don't think that's probably not enough, but I'm just going to do this with a wooden stick so I don't burn myself. Now, if you make it too hot, your resin will go soft. I might just give that another little hit. Just make sure. Okay. Down. I'm just going to let that cool off before I put my fingers on it. And then see, it'll peel off. Should do, hopefully. I'll just let it cool a little bit more and then we'll have a look. Just grab some tweezers. Oh, the phone just fell on the floor. Yeah. I'll be right for a second. Now let's see. Got to the up. So I'm just going to give that a little bit more heat. So this lettering is usually what you would iron on, you know, a bag or something like that. Oh, come, where did the tweezers go? Okay, we're in. I'll just give those a little press down. Okay, so now I need to mix up a bit more resin. Let's see how that's going with the lights on. Oh, I don't want it flashing. I'm not a flashing light person. Okay, so that so far is looking pretty awesome. So I'm hoping she'll be really impressed with this. I'm just wondering if I should put some little sparkles with the name. Let me get a few out. We'll have a look. Okay, I quite like these. So, UV resin gloves will help. Although this little chain is going to be hard to manoeuvre, I'm thinking, with gloves on. Let's do this. I'll try this little brush first. Got all sorts of bits and pieces out. And this could take a little while. So what I'm doing is I've just got a really fine brush and I'm just putting a tiny little bit on the UV. This is UV resin, and I'm making a very thin line, and I'm moving the little crystals back, hitting them with the light. I'll just do one more and then you guys can have a rest while I finish it off. Very thin line. Right, I'll come back when this is all finished. Okay, that's all in, that's all dried, and now I've mixed up some resin, and this should be the last pour. And hopefully I should be able to get it out tomorrow. It is cold here, so I think my phone is recording me. Seriously? I can hear it clicking behind me. Alrighty. So if you're a member, if you let me know what size your mold is and the depth, I can work out for you, if you can't work it out, how much resin you need to, like what I just did here, finish off. And look at this, no wastage. And if you want to do it in level pour, in different pours, it can help you out. So it's probably easier if I email this sort of thing. I used to be able to run them through my website. That's another story. I've let a guy who's been working on my website for months, like seriously, I don't really think he knows what he's doing. I could have worked it out myself by now. But I want to put a shop on it. Anyway. It is what it is. Okay. Look at that. Perfect. Rid of that. I'll keep an eye on it for bubbles. I've got a few little bubbles coming up here. I've got a few on the edges there. I hate those little ones on the edge. They're so hard to get rid of. And then you get these little sharp edges with little missing bits in them. Thank heavens for toothpicks. They get a lot of usage in this room. It's definitely nothing to do with eating or cleaning your teeth. I even use them for candle making when I'm doing the little fancy candles. Right. Okay, we'll just leave that for now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya. Okay, time to get this little thing out. There's a little bit of soapy water. I'm thinking just those bits around here will be tight. Put that up there. So I need to get a bit down in here. A bit down in there. Drag this all over the wood. Got it. Same in these bits here. Got it. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. Right. Some paper towel in somewhere. Okay, we've got plenty of sharp edges to deal with. I'm thinking I should have painted the back of the flowers, but anyway, the front is really pretty. Let's get that out of the road. So I really like it, and I'm pretty sure the lady will be happy. I'll get these all edges all done. Oh, that's terrible, that one there. Yep. So I'll get into that now, and let's turn that off. Okay, for anybody that's new, maybe hasn't seen one of these deburring tools before, I know most of the people that watch my channel have. because I've done this heaps of times. So I'm just sliding up there and taking off that sharp edge, and then I will actually sand as well. Okay, I think you've got the idea. That's going to be a bit more difficult. Thumbs up if you like this, and see you on the next Roundabout channel. See ya, bye.